ever so much for agreeing to join us today to answer some questions about International Women's Day and being a woman in medicine. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to get in there with my first question. What is it actually like to be a woman in medicine?
Okay, well, firstly, thanks very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. And in terms of being a woman in medicine, well, there are so many opportunities, and I think it's about having the right approach and being enthusiastic. And I think if you're hungry to get your sleeves up and to get involved in medicine one way or another, you will find the opportunities. And there's so much that you can do, ranging from the one-to-one clinical care that I'm able to give my patients, right up to changing national policy. So there really is something for everyone, and it's really about finding out what's right for you. And that may vary as you go through your career. But my best advice would be to look out for any opportunities that come your way and embrace them.
Well, I think that's great advice, and it sounds like there's quite a scope to the career in medicine that people might not think of immediately.
Yeah.
As we're talking about being a woman in medicine, it would be remiss of me not to ask if you feel that you may have had any different experiences from your male peers, and if so, in what way?
Absolutely. So that's always the elephant in the room. And it's really interesting in medicine. And I suspect in some other professions, lots and lots of girls coming through. So when I was in medical school, it's pretty much 50-50, actually. And I think, in fact, there are more women now going into medicine. But if you then look at the very tops and the echelons of medicine, actually, you've still got quite a male-dominated arena. So for one reason or another, women just aren't progressing up the ladder in the same way. So there is work to be done, and it can be frustrating at times. But that's not to say that I'm the only person who's experienced that. There may be other people who've experienced that as well. And I think it's about looking for the doors that are open. That was the best piece of advice that was given to me. Shri, look at where the doors are open, just go through those, and everything else will happen. So you may not get one opportunity, but another door will open somewhere else. So just go through what is available to you and just keep going. We'll get there eventually.
Great. So the theme of International Women's Day in 2021 is Choose to Challenge, and it's really about forging a gender-neutral world. And I wondered, how important do you think this is within the context of medicine?
Oh, massively. Absolutely massively. I mean, there are differences in how people approach medicine, the terms and conditions, clinical care. And I think actually we need to embrace both of them, but we should not be prejudiced by whether someone is male or whether someone is female. We just bring different skills to the mix. And I think we really need to make the most of the different opinions, the different approaches that different types of doctors come with, regardless of whether they're male or female. They should not be written off, as it were, or have opinions influenced simply by something that they can't change effectively very easily. So I think this is 21st century medicine that we're looking at, and we should really look at the differences of opinions and make sure they come into consideration rather than excluding them. Does that make sense?
It does. That's great. Thank you. Now, you've already mentioned about you being given some advice about just to look for the doors and go through them. Is there any other advice you would give to, well, I've said female medical students because this is International Women's Day, like how they can, some advice to help them progress with their careers?
Well, I think you will always come across hurdles, and you will always come across people who do have their own opinions and their own prejudices. But that is their issue. And I think if there's one thing I could say to my younger self, it is not you. It is often them, the other person. So keep faith in yourself. Just keep your head down, work hard, do the best that you can do, and be the best person that you can be. That's all you can do. And eventually that will get you through. So yes, you are going to get knocks. We all get knocks and, hits as we go through life, but it's how you handle them that will make you stand out.